We're back again with yet another set of riddles that will put your mind to the test. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up, because today we're going to test your brain power with 10 tricky riddles only a genius could solve. 10. A farmer purchased some chickens and goats. When his wife asked how many of each he bought, the farmer said he had a total of 54 animals with a total of 140 feet between them all. How many chickens and how many goats did he purchase in total? The answer is 38 chickens and 16 goats. The chickens have 2 legs each, so that's 76 feet, and the goats have 4 legs each, so that's 64 feet, which brings the total to 140 feet in total. 9. Jen gave Sue as many dollars as Sue had to start with. Sue then gave Jen back as much as Jen had left. Jen then gave Sue back as many dollars as Sue now had, which left Jen broke and gave Sue a total of $80. How much money did Jen and Sue have at the beginning of their exchange? The answer is Jen had $50 and Sue had $30. Did you get it right? 8. If you got the first questions right, go ahead and give yourself a high five. Now it's time for the next riddle. Are you ready? Here we go. A horse is tied to a 15-foot rope and there is a bale of hay 25 feet away. The horse is able to eat from the bale of hay. How is this possible? The answer is one end of the rope is tied to the horse and the other end of the rope isn't tied to anything, so the horse is able to roam free and go anywhere he wants to go. Did we stump you? 7. Okay, here's a really tricky riddle. Are you ready to give it a shot? Start with the word snowing. Delete one letter at a time and continue to form a legitimate word each time until you have only one letter left, which should also be a word. Are you ready for the answer? If you start with snowing, you can remove the N and get the word sewing. Then remove the S and you have owing. Remove the O and you have wing. Get rid of the G and you have win. Ditch the W and you have in. Then remove the N and you are left with the word I. 6. I'm one of 7 and these are the others. Biggest, smallest, cold, dark, and 2 brothers. What am I? The answer is Europe, one of the 7 continents. Pretty tricky, right? 5. Okay, this next riddle is really tough, so you'll have to listen carefully if you want to get it right. Are you ready? Let's go. A man wanted to enter an exclusive club, but he didn't have the secret password. He waited by the door and listened. A club member knocked on the door and the doorman said 12. The member replied 6 and was let in. Another member came to the door and the doorman said 6. The member replied 3 and was also let in. The man thought he had heard enough and walked up and knocked on the door. The doorman said 10 and the man replied 5. He was not let in. What should he have replied? The answer is 3. The doorman lets in those who answer with the number that is equal to the number of the letters in the word he says. 4. How are you doing so far? If you've been stumped a few times, there's no need to worry. These riddles are definitely tough, but let's give this next one a shot. You have 2 ropes. Each takes exactly 60 minutes to burn. They are made of different materials, so even though they take the same amount of time to burn, they burn at separate rates. In addition, each rope burns inconsistently. How do you measure out exactly 45 minutes? The answer is, take one rope and light it at both ends. At the same time, light one end of the other rope. When the first rope finishes burning, light the other end of the remaining rope. When it burns out, the 45 minutes will be up. 3. Joan was self-conscious about her weight, so when she signed up at the gym and was asked how much she weighed, she said, I weigh 115 pounds plus half my weight. How much does Joan weigh? The answer is 230 pounds. If Joan weighs 115 pounds plus half her body weight, the 115 pounds is the other half. 2. A snail is at the bottom of a well and wants to get out. He manages to crawl up the wall 3 feet each day, but at night he must rest and so he slips back down 2 feet. If the well is 30 feet deep, how long will it take for him to get out? The answer is 28 days. The snail averages 1 foot each day, so after 27 days, he has reached 27 feet. On the 28th day, he crawls up 3 feet during the day, but since he is now at 30 feet and out of the well, he no longer slips back 2 feet. Did you get it right? 1. Okay, here's the last riddle, and it's definitely a tricky one. Are you ready? Let's go. All of my ties are red except 2. All of my ties are green except 2. All of my ties are black except 2. How many ties do I have? Did you give up? The answer is 1 red tie, 1 green tie, and 1 black tie. Check out our friends at The Things who make interesting feel-good videos about lifestyle, pop culture, and everything viral that is sure to keep you entertained. How many of these tricky riddles did you get right? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.